Took about 15 hours. That's a hell of a ride, but I heard.
Welcome back. Nick up here in Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and this is a 1981 Pontiac Trans Am. Now this is a little bit of a project car here. I went ahead and took the plugs out that was in it before, changed them out because I felt like it definitely needed a tune-up. This car is purring. She sounds wonderful now. We've got a 301 under the hood, power steering, power brakes, AC compressor is there. And yes, it's a project car. That's why it's $14,900. If you don't want a project car, you can walk over here to the 79 with the T-tops for $24,900. It's 25 grand. Big difference, 10,000 in difference actually. And of course, we'll be taking it down the road, picking out flaws, chips, scratches, rusts, and dents. Be sure to hit subscribe, share this video. Guys, that helps me out so much. And for now, it's about that time. Let's go for a ride. We're gonna be checking out the interior. Place those bets. Do you think the horn works? Looking at the mileage, showing 30,000 on the miles. Probably stop and get a little fuel. And let's start her up. Now I did notice when I was under the hood that there was a couple sensors unplugged. And I noticed the check engine light was on. I'm assuming it's probably due to those sensors, but it's not on right now, so. Compressor's not kicking on, but it's blowing. Listen to her scream. Blower motor's making some noise. You could hear it working, but it's not working perfect, right? Wipers on this one need some work. Turn signals flashing both sides. This one actually has the lens still. All right, interior wise, she's got nice interior. She looks pretty good. Package tray could be redone. Headliner's good, I wouldn't worry about it. Visors, yeah, you could add those. Horn, did you place your bets? Does work. Nice. Well, let's get some gas because we're on E, and we'll check this car out some more. Now guys, of course, you know, I wanted to come back through on this one, check everything out, and when I heard it kind of acting up, I said, look, I'm ahead on all my videos. I'm redoing some of these other videos, just try to see why they're not selling. I noticed this one here had a little bit of a miss to it, and I said, I'm going to change the plugs because I started pulling the wires. I noticed the wires look good. I kind of checked everything out under the hood, and I ordered the correct plugs for the motor because it had NGKRs in it, and I said, that'd probably be fine. Well, when I went to the other side, they were older plugs. So they looks like they changed the easy ones and left the older ones. So I was like, okay. I went back through, changed all of them. I mean, that's a huge improvement. Earlier the check engine light was on, it still has not come back on. I'm assuming maybe the plugs fixed it, but I did see some emissions control stuff that was unplugged. They didn't plug all that stuff back in. There's not even a plug to plug it back in. With that being said, let's take off down the road and we'll see what we got. I'm definitely gonna get some gas. I don't remember if the gas gauge worked in this. Little seatbelt cover somebody was trying to get every last bit of, but it looks better without it, so we'll throw that away. It does need the little seat deal, because right now I'm having to put it under my arm. I don't want a seatbelt all over my neck. Here we go, guys. Now this is the first time that I've driven it since I changed those plugs, and we don't hide anything here. Like I said, that's why I told you about the plugs. I just telling you what I'm doing. Let's see what we got. We do got an exhaust leak still. Looks like our speedo is working and it looks correct. We're straight as an arrow there with tight steering. That's good. Kick down's hooked up. She's pulling good now. Not blowing any smoke at all. She's running clean. The tach is not accurate. When I get into that throttle like that, that should be around $4 grand, and it's only showing like 2,500. Back in our brakes, nice and smooth. Engine temperature is working, and okay, that check engine light did just pop back on. Our oil pressure is over 40, almost 50 pounds. Now, I don't know exactly what the check engine light's for, but I've seen all that stuff that was unplugged under there. Good chance it's some of the stuff that's unplugged. Because this thing is running silky smooth, and the clock even works on the dash. She's got a good engine temperature, about 170. Pretty Corvette. All right. Night and day difference between the old plugs, that's for sure. What we're gonna do next is go ahead and pull in the gas station. We'll get $20 worth of premium fuel, and of course, I'll be right back, guys. See, gas station's kind of packed today. I'm hoping this other side is open. It's okay. We're making our way. It sure does look like it's open. Guys, I'll be right back. We'll get some of those undercarriage shots. And of course, I'll pick out the flaws just like I always do. Okay, so up here at the gas station, and we put $20 worth of 93 octane in this one. Open the cap. Doesn't shut extremely well. Needs to be tightened up. Let's go ahead and see if this gauge works. Gas gauge is right there. It was on E. It does work. Look, it come up. So we was low on fuel. We got us a little bit now though. About 6 gallons, 6 gallons. All right, in gear. And ready to roll. Guys, be sure to pick up some merchandise. We've got shirts and hats online now available at maplemotors.com. get you stuck to this windshield again using those DJI cameras. That's what's on my head right now. Check engine light still is on. Again, I think it's got to be to do with some of those sensors that are unplugged up there. Our engine temperature is great. Oil pressure is over 40. The tach is actually working now. Seems decently accurate. Neutral and dry. I hear an exhaust leak. Now the most important thing about this car now is the body. It's got a little bit of rust in different areas, and I want you to see that. The paint is not great. The paint needs to be redone. It's got a lot of sunburn. We ready to roll. Again, the brakes feel awesome. The steering is nice and tight. I'm in the brakes now, it's nice and smooth. Back in the throttle. You can hear a little bit of an exhaust leak. We got great temperature, good oil pressure, and our kick down is hooked up. Seems to be shifting good. Gas gauge works, speedo works. Does have a check engine light, but I do believe it's something to do with all the sensors unhooked under the hood. A lot of emission stuff. Somebody's unhooked and I noticed there's no plugs for them, so. We try to go over everything so you know what you're getting. That's why we put out YouTube videos going over the flaws. Bump in the road. I just realized I touched my glasses and it cut my camera off and I had to cut my camera back on. I wasn't actually gonna put a split there. I just touched my glasses. It's kind of weird how they're all synced together. And when I mean touch my glasses, I've got these on. It's the Meta video glasses. Like while I'm videoing, with this camera, I hit this camera and it gives me a vertical. I also use it and put it on all my Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and TikTok videos. So if you're not joining us on those, you're missing out because there's a lot of different footage. We're gonna head on back to the lot, and if you want to pick up any of these Meta glasses here, I got links below in the description full of useful information and all the stuff that I use to make these videos. Well, we're getting ready to pull back into the car lot, guys. Thank you for sticking around. Picking out the flaws is coming up next. I'll see you here soon. Later, guys. Okay, we're gonna walk around it now, check it all out, look for dents, scratches, rusts, whatever I see. We'll start in the front. There's some cracks in the bumper. This paint job's kind of old, guys. I mean, the paint job needs to be redone. That's for sure. A lot of chips in the front, cracks. Little rust up top here. There's a few little spots of rust on this car too. Like cracks. Little rust here in the door. Rust in the back here. Told you there was quite a few spots. Bubbles in the paint there. Little chip here. A little hazy on some of your trim. Roof is definitely oxidized pretty bad. You could probably buff it out if you wanted to get a few years out of this paint job before you did anything. But it's not going to be perfect, I can tell you that now. There's some sunspots on the trunk too. Loose there. The seal looks okay. This thing's not holding itself up. Open your package tray. Seems pretty solid though. Edges of our trunk lid's got some rust though. Chips on the edge here. And down the side, bubbles in the paint. Might come off a spider web or something picked up. Chip there. Scuff here on the door. Spider webs. Chips along the inside of this door. There's a little dent right there too. Chips. Crease here too. Sometimes I have to hit it at a different angle for it to pop up on camera. But guys, I try to fill the screen with stuff. Sometimes I'll just zoom in on little chips. Just fill the screen up for you. Let's go. There was a guy that follows the channel a lot actually said something. You missed a dent the other day. So where'd you see it? He's like, in your video. I was like, okay. That's what I wanted to hear. You seen it in the video. A lot of times, you know, I'll be sitting here talking and I'll just zoom in on bad spots where you can see it, you know. It's flat up there. I just kind of wonder if somebody could polish that out. I mean, these aren't coming out. That's done for. Paint job's weak on this one. There's a little rust here up in the dash too in the corner. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. That other side's good. Cracks right here in your seals. Now the weather stripping around the doors look good. So there's a lot of pluses on this car. The rust definitely is a minus. There's some rust up here on top of the fender. Made it around the outside. Let's go ahead and check out our interior. Now the interior, you can tell the seats have been redone at some point. Door panels are also in decent shape. A little bit wavy here on top. Oop, the door's coming at me. It's that wind today. A little rust in the edge of the door here. A little crunchy here on the panels. Package tray kind of sucks. Should redo that though. Just put this fabric on the roof, on the headliner back there. Sorry guys, there's some chips here. Great oil pressure, engine temperature staying cool. Mess with the wipers a second, see if we can get them working. Got them on at least. That motor just looks old. That's probably what it is. Now I went and put the correct plugs in this car. It had an NGK before. That's not what it's supposed to have. I looked it up for a 301 and put the exact plugs it requires. She's running perfect now. But I think what happened was whoever owned it previously, they couldn't get to this side. I mean, it was tricky, but I've changed so many plugs in my life. I just went for it. It took me about 30 minutes or so. A lot of these old cars are actually pretty easy to work on, and this thing is running so smooth. Now, compared to what it was running when we first got it, I wasn't sure if it was carburetor or what, but I took a chance, and all it was a simple plug change, just to tune up. When we get these cars in, we do check oil and check all the fluids, make sure everything's topped off. We don't get into major repairs or anything like that, unless we absolutely have to. We do not advertise ourselves as a repair shop. I just felt the need to take it upon myself to try to improve. And of course it worked. I got less videos done today, but hey, that's okay. Now this hood, these springs need to be greased up. You can see I'm having to shake it back and forth so I don't bend the hood. Once it gets partial down to that way, it's actually fairly easy to shut. As you can see, there's still some sun damage here. This was loose in the last video. Still a little bit loose, but I got it tightened up. I went in there and screwed everything down like it was supposed to. Went and found the right bolts. That's a little high here. Let's see if I can push it down. Yep. Okay. Spring adjustment there. Needed to be pushed down. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually enjoyed being able to do something a little different. I do like getting out here and working on these cars. It's a beautiful day to do so. It's literally like 80 degrees, so I didn't mind it at all. What we got going on here? Let's look here. Oh. I think the only thing we haven't looked at maybe is the tires. They're okay. Tires in the back look great. If you want any more information, we're here to help you guys. We're gonna come out, do more videos if we have to. We're all family too. Well, this has got a little bit of dry going on from the edge. So we're all here to help and do the same thing. Financing, shipping, detailed pictures, go to maplemotors.com. Thank you for watching. I try to keep it real here on the channel. And to help me out, hit subscribe, share. Guys, I'm going back. I'm going to do this again with another car that we may have had in stock for a little while. Just kind of go over everything, see what I can improve, and get the information out there for you so you know what you're getting. I'll see you later.